Hello and welcome to the channel. I hope that you have all recovered from the festivities and are keeping well. The fly I'm going to tie today is an original tying of Frank Sawyers' Mayfly. Now Frank, as you will probably know, was a river keeper on the Wiltshire Avon in England, and he was also a great environmentalist and discovered many methods for the clarification and control of the chalk stream that he was controlling. Now he also obviously tied flies, and he started that job when he was 23 years old as head river keeper, and he died on the banks of the River Avon at the age of 74, having worked in the same job for 51 years. So I'm going to tie the fly, and I'm going to dedicate it to a subscriber. His name is George S. He'll know who it is. And there are just two materials, a cock pheasant tail and a red or brown or game hackle. Now I'm going to tie this with 10-0 brown thread, which is already waxed, and I have in the vise a size 12 dry fly hook. Now Frank started the tying halfway down the hook shank. I don't know why, but that's what he did, so that's what I'm doing. I'll trim off the excess. And wind down. Now for the tail, Frank cut off, I don't know exactly how many fibres. I just cannot see exactly how many there are, but I would think there was about 6. Now this is probably a little bit more than we would normally expect for a mayfly, but that's what he did. And the tail was very long. So I'll just tie that in like so. And I'm going to trim up those fibres. Now for the body, and again, it's almost impossible to see exactly how many he used, but I would think about 8 or 9 at the very least. So I'm going to trim those off. And tie those in as well. Like so. Now when he wound up the fibres, he wound up the thread at the same time. So that's what I'm going to do. And he went almost up to the eye, so I'm tying almost up to the eye, and then I'm tying off the fibres and trimming up. There's a loose fibre there, which I'm just getting rid of. Right, he used just one hackle, which he tied in, I would say, over the actual pheasant tail, like so, and trimmed up the stem, and bound that down. Right, and he took some hackle pliers and he made 6 or 7 turns. Again, it was not entirely clear on the tying that I saw. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, and to tie off, Frank actually wound the thread through the hackle to the front of the fly. So that's what I'm doing. And I'll pull the hackles back and create a head. And although Frank used a tie off by hand, I'm using a whip finishing tool. Just trim it off, and of course trim off the excess feather. And there you have the finished fly. Indeed, the fibres were going in all directions in exactly the same way, but that was the Frank Sawyer way. It's a great imitation. I can't honestly say that I've ever used it. This is more of a historical journey for me. I hope that you enjoyed the time. Do become a subscriber if you're not already one. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for viewing. Bye.